No,
I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Kid, I need to know.
Let's jump right into it, guys. It's not just Diddy who's been making the headlines. A lot of people who've been partying, possibly have been partying with Diddy, are also suddenly stepping down. A string of high-profile CEOs are steadily resigning, retiring, and of course, the conspiracy theories have been spreading like wildfire, man. Could these resignations be connected to the shocking legal battles Diddy is in right now? Or is it just coincidence? Let's talk about it. RJ.
I think Biggie was giving us the clues, man. Rest in peace, Biggie. Notorious B.I.G. was giving us the clues. Let's really think about it. Hindsight is 2020. He has a song called Party and Bull. And what does Diddy do? A whole lot of party and a whole lot of bull. Bull crap. As Shannon Shopper say. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you as well for the support. Thank you for all the comments we're getting. We have been highlighting the best comments every week. So if you think you have a hot take, put it in the chat, put it in the comment section, and we might select it and showcase it during next week's show, or at least one of the following shows. KaiR.
Yes.
Tell us.
I'll let Godfrey tell us because he has. Well, let's see what he has to say about the situation. Fair use. Shout out to Godfrey, by the way.
Well.
Fair use.
A lot of stuff going down ever since P. Diddy went to jail. Speaking of slippery slopes, a lot of people are leaving their jobs. I have a list of people that are like stepping down. You know, that's the word they use, it stepping down instead of getting the fuck out of here. Nike CEO John Donahue has stepped down. That's why Nike has the best slogan, just do it. He's like, I'm just going to do it. I'm out of here. We have the CEO of Nashville, Sony Music, Randy Goodman. He's stepping down. He's like, it's Nashville, on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again and drive fast as fuck all the way down the road. Okay. CEO of Warner Music Japan, Kaz Kobayashi. He's stepping down. He's like, it is time for me to step down. Sayonara. We have CEO of 300 Entertainment, Kevin Lyles. Yeah.
Before we continue, can you imagine? I think that's one of the plus sides of the upsides of being black or any other race than white. Because as a black man, you can do all accents. But as a white man, can you imagine doing a black?
I do always.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God!
Someone doing a black accent like what's his name? Robert Downey Jr.
Oh man, they tried to cancel Robert for that role he had.
They tried. Yeah, what he did, like
hindsight, because back when it was released, it was no problem.
No issue.
10 years later, you have these snowflakes that think they can change. Anyway,
you can't change history.
You can change history. You can change greatness. When you get dunked on, accept it.
Let's continue.
Let's continue. These days, you gotta be very wary what you say, man. Everything can be a no Diddy situation.
Yeah, he's stepping down. He said it's time to pass the torch. I go, yeah, that torch fell and you burned shit up. That's what happened. And, you know, it's very odd that Kevin Lyles kind of looks like Russell Simmons.
He does.
No, just look at them. They
It
kind of have the
does.
same shaped head and smile. I know one thing. That Russell Simmons yoga class is about to be packed. I can just see it now. Good morning. How you doing? It's I have a very packed yoga class now. Everybody's loving yoga all of a sudden. Good morning. Thank you for joining the yoga class. Namaste. Now must go. As soon as Diddy got arrested, these CEOs are acting like Shaggy and Scooby. Zoinks! Like, wow, Scoob, Diddy's been arrested. Huh? Diddy's been arrested? Well,
Yeah, man. So today we're gonna dive into those rumors, the facts, the wild theories. Hey, man. According to the indictment, these parties involved a lot of coerced as acts. Let's put it this way. Let's put it a lot of acts, often fueled by illegal drugs, and also reportedly were filmed by Diddy and other attendees. Could one of these people be part of that crew? Who knows? But the wave of CEO recognition happening right around the time Diddy has been arrested is a little bit suspicious. Wouldn't you say?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
RJ?
So I don't know the facts of all the cases. Up until now, I would say that it could be a coincidence that all of them stepped. So when did they all step down on the same day?
Within 24 to 48 hours.
I have to tell you, the
Some
Japan
of
one
them
was
even 72. But so it's between 24 and 72 hours. They
so
all
1 to
went
3
like,
days. Yeah.
"Whatch?"
It's I don't know the facts, of course, but yeah, it's a bit out of the ordinary, I would say.
Yeah. Because of course we're talking about the Nike CEO Donahue, Sony Music's Randy Goodman, and of course the Japan. You want to say something about the Japan one before?
Yeah, I said that's like it's a bit random, but when I hear it's not a Japanese company. It's a well, maybe it's established in Japan, but it's an American company, right?
Yes, it's part of I think he was part of the Sony group, right?
Sony Group, yeah.
Yeah, he's part of the Sony group. Yeah. So oh no, Warner Music. He's from part of Warner Music
Warner, yeah.
Japan. But
So when
everyone, it's a industry where everyone is knows each other and
yeah,
deals with each other.
it's a
So
global
it's a
industry.
global industry. So he might have went to a Diddy party in Miami and got his freak on or freak off. Which one is it? Get your freak on. Get your freak on. Or get
Dum,
your
ba-da-da-da-dum.
yeah. But yeah, Kobayashi thought like oh no,
And
I'm
they're
not
all gonna stay quiet.
hey man, while there's no hard evidence linking these CEOs to this arrest, the timing is of course very, very suspicious, as Dr. Uma would say. Anyway, social media has been going crazy. People have been making up theories, actually putting some even crazier lists together. Apparently, these are all the names that have been stepping down the last 24 hours. Well, the 24 hours within.
Okay, let me read it real quick. Kevin Lyles. Oh, it doesn't say all the companies though, right? Kevin Lyles, which we talked about. Eric Pryor, president of Fine Arts. Jonathan Holloway, Rutgers president. Robert B. Davis, general manager of Martha's Vineyard. Ciroc, maybe. Chris Cameron, lacrosse
No, not the
coach.
vineyards. That's a place where these homes are.
Hmm. Oh,
You gotta know where the parties are, RJ. You gotta know where the parties so you can avoid them. No, I'm just kidding.
Chris Cameron, lacrosse coach. Kathy Newsom, Bay City mayor. Lamonic.
Well, just like LeBron, you got LeMonica.
No, it's not like, it's not like
Bron, yeah, Bron, LaMonica.
LaMonica McIver, New York City councilman. Oh, now it's a councilman. It's not a councilwoman. Allison Green, Tish Dean, Craig Maladra, Fifth Ward, Geneva. Joseph Kirshner, doctor. Mike Foster, president of Nexian Travel. Susie Williams, executive director. Romaine Mazaris, CEO. Henry Levantis, chief prosecutor. Chief prosecutor. Say it ain't so, KR. Say it ain't so. Did he prosecute anyone we know? Matthew
No idea.
Teitelbaum, MFA director. Darren Lehman, assistant coach. Arvind Kajriwal, chief minister. Giuseppe N. Colasardo, Dr. UTH.
Again, I don't know where they got all these extra names from, because half of them I don't know. But let's give a.
But it doesn't make sense because Meek Mill.
This is LaMonica, by the way.
I bet you they call her Monica.
Well, they call her Monica, yeah. Yeah, that's
But so again, let's. I mean, if you share the pic real quick, because we're talking about Meek Mill here, right? And
well, it's
look
not
at what Meek Mill writes. Why?
not Meek
Why?
Mill. He's asking. It's not his list, by the way.
I know he's asking.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, okay, it's not his list because he's saying why all these CEOs stepping down, but then they're not all of them are CEOs.
Yeah, no, not all of them. So he's mainly mentioning the ones that he knows of, because there's a half of the list I have no idea. Maybe they put them on the list just because they resigned within 24 hours. Maybe they have never met Diddy. They just put you. Imagine finding your name on this list. You're like, come on, dude. I've never met Diddy in my life. What are you guys suggesting? If I'm accused of being at a freak off, at least let me be at a freak off. Diddy, organize one real quick for. No, I'm just kidding. No, but all
Do we
jokes
know
aside,
at least whether or not these people had, oh, we don't know whether they had contact with Diddy or not.
not. It's just a list of. This is the thing. This is the conspiracy theory, right? People see things and then they throw things in the sky, and
Yeah.
it's a guess at this point. People we do know that have been dealing with Diddy is definitely Kevin Laos.
Kevin
As
Love.
Kevin Laos has been dealing with Diddy in the past. So that's for sure one of the people that have been dealing. That's actually, I think they've said that he's been to Diddy parties as well, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, these sources are a bit, they're not accurate, but they've said that he's been to Diddy parties in the past. But are the other ones? I have no idea. These people maybe are just putting stuff out there and
Gotcha.
trying to connect dots that are not there.
Gotcha.
So just to be sure, all these names you've mentioned, guys, no 100%. These people, we're just
And
discussing the conspiracy theories. We're not confirming them
we don't know whether they've been mentioned in like court documents either, right?
either. No, there's no correlate. But the thing is this, right? Let's go look at people who have been dealing with Diddy. Mainly J-Lo. Mainly J-Lo. It's very interesting. So what happened was, from what I understand, is that after the raid, of course, what the Department of Homeland Security did is they start watching the tapes. and try to inform the people who are seen as victims, who are part of these tapes, to inform them that they have footage of them doing the Diddy or doing the dirty. They have informed them. That's why one of the latest cases that came out was a female that said the police informed me, or the Homeland Security informed me, that I've been recorded. So what if, RJ? What if? There's also a theory that's been going around that the latest breakup between Ben and J Lo was after the feds paid them a visit and said, "Hey, we've seen you on the video in one of those freak off parties. Just so you guys are informed." And that maybe maybe has led to the breakup between those two. Who knows, right? They'll never reveal it, but it's very odd, I can say, that breakup between those two. What do you think?
So can you rephrase the question again?
Do you think that the breakup between not Diddy, Ben and J Lo was because of feds paying them a visit and telling them, "We have footage of you," at specifically J Lo, because J Lo used to be running
Diddy is
Diddy for 2 years. "We have footage of you," and Ben was like, "Nah, I'm good," and then divorced.
well. To be honest, KR, Ben's been looking unhappy since they got together.
Maybe that was the
He just needed an excuse.
yeah,
He
maybe
just needed an excuse. Ben didn't look happy 1 second with JLo. JLo seems like a very difficult person to be with because she's already like a very, yeah. I mean, she's a hardworking woman. She works hard for her money. She gets, like, she seems like a perfectionist. She seems like a very terrible person to work with because she wants things the way she wants it, which is why she's good at what she does. And then you would need to you will it's difficult. It's just difficult to be with a woman like that. So Ben Affleck seems more chill and down to earth. So in that relationship, I would say that uh, Ben was the one that had to sacrifice his happiness in order to be with her. So wouldn't surprise me, but
the
I
straw
didn't
that
think they were
broke
gonna
the
last
camel's
either.
back.
What?
The straw that broke the camel's back. Would that be
Yeah,
you?
that's what I think. Yeah.
Imagine you already have a bad time. You're a bit, you're not happy, and then suddenly a feds come up like, "Sir, Miss J Lo, Jennifer Lopez, Sir Ben Affleck, we're here because we saw you. Well, not you, Mr. Ben. Talking about Miss Jennifer getting freaky. Had a freak off. Get your freak on. Get your freak on. Get your freak on.
The law-
Quiet.
the lawyer said, "Quiet."
Yeah, man. Hey, it's possible. But I don't know. I don't know. But there's a lot of conspiracy theories going out there, man. And everything will reveal itself in due time. In due time, it will reveal itself. Let's be honest, man. It's going to be. Who knows why these people resigned? The Kevin Lyles one is a very odd one. I mean, there are crazier stories. Don't forget about the B2K story. I don't know if you remember that one, RJ.
No, I don't. I don't remember it.
Remember, Rasby was claiming their manager, one of their executives, were Chris Stokes, Raspy from
Yeah, yeah, Grass Beer.
he claimed Raspy claimed that Chris Stokes diddled him when he was part of that group. But maybe I know there's a couple of people that are linked to these kind of practices in the music industry. We talked about this really short last time and on one of the previous shows about Jay Z and did you say that was who said about Jay Z and Foxy Brown? You saw last time you said you
Um,
were watching.
so Nick Cannon was asking Dame questions about
Mm,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Nick
yeah, yeah.
Cannon had Dame Dash on his podcast
Mm.
like a year ago, a year or two ago, I believe, and Cannon asked Nick started asking the question, and Dame started laughing like, "Oh, you're asking the question. Oh, I like you. You're real." So, he kept saying something to the extent of, "Yeah, you're real. I respect you now because you are asking very dangerous questions." Yeah,
Yeah, I mean those I mean at least uh, he was like, at least you didn't ask me about Aaliyah, because that's also a really. I mean, we all know that Aaliyah married R. Kelly when she was 15.
yeah.
That's a crazy story. So this has been going on. We should have known R. Kelly was a weirdo back then. But different times, different standards. These days, you want to say something?
Now, I just want to say that so you have illegal and immoral, and in some countries, I don't know if some countries and or some states, um, you are allowed to marry a minor, but you need like consent by the parents and
Yeah.
things of that nature. So it's like age is yes. So you can do something in a legal way, right? But
Yeah.
it would still be a bit suspicious.
Wait a minute. Wait a
You don't find
minute.
that suspicious.
Wait. First of all,
You
you're
don't
not gonna
find
speed
that
past that like you didn't just say
suspicious.
what you just said.
By the way, the interview I talked about with Dame Dash, it was an interview of 5 years ago. I thought it was like 2 years ago. I only watched it last year, but it's an interview of 5 years ago.
Hey man, everyone
I
is
send you
getting
the link
exposed.
to just in case.
Everyone is getting exposed out here. That's for sure. And I don't think Diddy might be the last one. That's for sure. I think there are many more ahead.
You know
Because
what? Yeah, continue. Sorry, my bad.
no, I mean, back in the days when Raspy came out about these allegations, people were laughing it off. Like he's crazy. Jonathan Odie, I think his name is, the guy who was arrested a couple of years back, 2018. He was claiming he was a slave to Diddy and Cassie, and they were using him as to mount Cassie. And people brush it under the table like he's crazy because he also said a bunch of other crazy things.
Who's gonna believe you, man? Who's gonna believe you?
That's the crazy part. Maybe
Now
we
people believe anything.
should. you, it's it's crazy, right? Back in the if you would have came out, let's say 4 years ago, 3 years ago, even, and you say
Yeah.
I was did he put something in my drink and diddled me, people would have called you crazy.
But yeah, what one thing I'll also say here is that um we talk about Cassie as being like a victim, and I think she is, but two things can be right at the same can be true at the same time. So when you're with someone like that, we shouldn't be surprised if we hear stories like the one you mentioned, where Cass is also, let's say, playing a role,
Mhm.
because we all know how. Um, so what I'm gonna say right now is in general, right? Doesn't apply to Cass. It doesn't mean that I'm saying Cassie did this, but you know how pimps have their main one,
Yes. Yes.
and the
Madame.
main woman, his task is to manage the others.
Yep.
And you might say, I was manipulated into doing it, etc., but you still did it. So we shouldn't be surprised if we hear stories uh, claiming that Cassie was also taking part of things like that, and that Cassie got mad and Cassie filed a case against Diddy in the first place because she didn't get a proper care package
Oh man,
at
there's
the
my
end.
care package. Do you
That
believe in my care package now?
I was about to give you the credit, man. You need to let
No,
me
no, no.
finish, man.
Okay, I'm gonna
Let the
let
play
you finish.
develop, Skip.
I'm gonna let you finish. Birdman style. Birdman style. I'm gonna let you finish.
That's more like Mike Tyson, but okay. Um,
Who said that I was Birdman? I said I'm gonna let you finish. Like I was Mike Tyson. You know.
uh, no, man, but like you said, it was about the care package, and so and she has a lot on him because she was with him for a pretty long time. So
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. These things, and then we can wrap this up. Um, like you said, someone can be a victim, but also be a willing participant and turn into victim. I mean, this was the I'm pretty sure whatever we saw on that video, it wasn't the first time. Some people are willing to go through certain things to live a certain lifestyle. It's obvious. What people sometimes miss are signs or um, what is said between the lines. If you remember in the Cat Williams 50 million, he says, I'm protecting my whole. There are people out there that are willing to sacrifice their whole in order to get some money or or to become famous, thinking that will lead to some money. So there are those type of people out there as well. So it's not only black and white. Either you have a predator or you have a victim. You also have willing participants. Keep that in mind. Well, anything else to say, RJ?
now we're good. We can move to the next segment.
Okay, now we want to hear from you guys. Do you think the wave of CEO resignations is connected to Diddy's arrest, or are we reading too much into the coincidence? What do you think? Are these CEOs trying to distance themselves from a scandal, or are they just unrelated events? Let us know in the comments. If you've got any interesting theories, we'd love to hear them. We'll be picking some of the best comments to feature in one of our future videos. So make sure you share your hot take. Thank you, and back to you, RJ.
Yes, guys, as Kiara said, we will be highlighting the best comments. So make sure you to drop your hot take if you have one. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and hit that notification icon after you subscribe to the channel so you can get more updates on different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. So thanks for watching, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. KR,
Yes,
what's
sir.
next?
Yes,
What's
sir.
next?
That was the Diddy effect. No baby oil. Let's go to the next one. A Reddit story. RJ always has a great Reddit story for us, so I'm looking forward to what kind of situation we're in this week and what we have to solve. RJ.
All right, thanks, KR. And we're going to talk about setting boundaries in relationships. I saw
Mm,
a Reddit story about setting.
something that they didn't know about.
Yeah, so this is a boundary. But usually, when we talk about setting boundaries, we think about the woman setting boundaries. But in this case, it's a man setting boundaries. And the woman is kind of asking whether or not she should really continue fighting for the relationship, because there might be a bit too much too much boundaries. And the story goes as follows. So we're talking about a 24-year-old female and a 22-year-old male. So two young, it's a young couple. So the title is as follows. My fiance gave me boundaries after I told him I'm not in the mood. Am I in a relationship worth fighting for? How can I fix this? Story goes as follows. So remember, it's a 24-year-old female that's typing. So I've been dating and got engaged to my fiance for about 3 years. Long story short, before we get into it, we get into fights about intimacy quite often. He always mentioned how it how it's his way of showing he loves me, but I however don't see it that way. The writing isn't flawless. I try to push myself to get intimate, but eventually I just can't bring myself to feel anything since I was under lots of stress and I was very unhappy with many things. I tried my best to express this, but I don't think it made much of a difference. Eventually, I just started saying, no, I'm not in the mood, or maybe another time. Eventually, it started to get to the point where he got upset with me more when I say no. And I told him it's me that's the issue, not you. But he kept pushing and pushing for it. Ooh. Guys, before I continue, make sure to never put yourself in a position where a woman will say, I said no, but he kept on pushing and pushing.
There
It's
is,
just this,
there is such thing as a marital rape.
or you could shut the F up, KR. Trying to tank this show. Come on.
I said grapefruit.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So,
These people are crazy, man.
but he kept pushing and pushing for it, and he eventually stops for a while. It's been like that for quite some time now. It got worse after we hit 3 years. He would get more angry that it almost cost us the relationship. It's when I decided that I wasn't going to deal with the fact that I would get criticized for just not being in the mood. I know that it's my fault, but I shouldn't have to force myself to want it more than 2 times a week. It made me see him more differently, and I started to feel that it's something he needs more than he wants. I feel bad to think of him in this way, so I keep everything bottled in so I don't fight with him. Recently, I told him I was tired because I was excreting myself, doing it more often. I was excreting myself, doing it more often this week because we've been doing it quite a bit after my period. I just wanted to take a break for 1 day till he got upset with me. 1 day isn't that much. Well, he said I don't initiate or try to give him what he wants, but he made the sacrifice to do it for me. I told him I never asked, but I appreciate it very much, and I returned the favor, but he kept throwing it in my face. I got upset with him, and he kept offering to please me, but then throws it in my face when I deny him because I said I wanted a break for 1 day. Last night, he tells me that he doesn't want me to kiss him unless he allows it. I'm not to see him naked or shower with him. So these are his boundaries. Again, you're not allowed to. She's not allowed to kiss him unless he allows it. He's not. She's not allowed to kiss him unless he allows it. She's not allowed to see him naked or shower with him. I'm going to continue the story, and I quote: I'm not allowed to hug him below the waist and shoulders. I was taken back by it because out of the 3 years we've been together, he pulls this on me. And I'm not sure whether or not this might be the end of us entirely. It did hurt me, but I just accepted his boundaries because it makes him comfortable since I did the same to him after my birth control was removed. And I asked him that I wanted us to use more protection, which in the end caused a fight because he didn't want to do that. Also, he says I initiate intimacy like every 3 months and I didn't ask once this month. He's done trying. So the question,
It's like the reverse psychology kind of thing. Yeah.
so so
Now
the
she.
question, so she has two questions.
Hmm.
Is the relationship worth fighting for, and how can she fix this?
Well, obviously, it's not at this point. It's already blown up, to be honest. I mean, you can fight for it, but I mean, it's obviously he has a different libido than you. So that's already a disconnect right there. Um, the crazy part is that she's now shocked that he's turning the tables on her, which is quite funny to be. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, with all that being said, I think they should just wrap it up. I mean, if he would have cheated, it would have been a crime if he did that. But I mean, he's trying his best. You just don't. You have to find someone who's better suited for you, who has, who is willing to accept one time every 3 months or one time a week.
Well, I'll say this. I do think that it's unbalance in libido is like it's no go. It's no go. Um, I don't think it's good for him to force her. I don't think it's um, but she
By the way, she's trying to. She doesn't want. The reason why she's holding him back is she doesn't want to get pregnant.
you think so?
She said after I removed my birth control. I don't know which type she had then. In that case, she's trying to manage. It seems like it. Let me put it this way. She one of the last sentences you said.
Yeah, yeah. She says it did hurt that he put boundaries, but I just accepted his boundaries because it makes him comfortable since I did the same to him after my birth control was removed. And I asked him that I wanted us to use more protection, which in the end caused a fight because he didn't want to do that. So he doesn't want to use protection, she does. And so maybe
Punishing
could
him.
that that could be it.
Yeah.
Something tells me, I think so. The story isn't well written, so we don't know when they started fighting, the timeline, the context, etc.
Timeline is crazy though. Yeah.
But I think that they've been, so we're talking about it. So they've been together for 3 years. That means when they got together, dude was 19 and she was 21.
He's
That's
younger
a
than her.
pretty, what?
She's younger than him.
No,
He's younger than her.
she's older.
Yeah. And how
I
old is she
think,
now?
what?
Well, how old is she now?
24. Dude is 22.
Now already? Jesus Christ.
That's what I want to say, right? So, and it's a young age, but and that's like a very,
Bruh, at that age, that she should have been a bit, well, she's treating it like a marriage already. Jeez.
yeah.
Or at least the
So I
pro.
think there's an attraction thing here.
Yeah.
I think
I
there's an
think you might be
attraction thing,
right on that. Yeah.
and intimacy for a man, because she said that it's turning her off because the way he's acting like intimacy is something he needs instead of something he wants. So then begs the question: is intimacy, and then I'm talking about physical intimacy? Is it something you need or something you want? And guys,
It's a need.
it's no difference between the two. And for women as well, but women need to be in a particular
Mm,
space.
yeah.
And forcing a woman to be in that
Oh, wait.
space is crazy, bro.
That's crazy work. That's how you get a charge. That's how you get a charge, my man. Don't
Yeah.
try to force her to be in the mood. Come on, man.
So
How
it
you
could
get your
be
charge
it
out
could be
here?
the so it could be the because a guy at 1922 is crazier, right?
Of
So it's all
course.
over the place.
It's all over the
So
place. He
yeah.
first of all, he
So
does probably so when they got together, if he got together at 19, he's not well versed probably in his game. How to smooth talker into it. He's trying to gorilla pimp himself into the putanga.
yeah. And if intimacy, if not getting pregnant is a concern, that's a valid concern. That's a valid reason why to be afraid to 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 do it. So he seems like a very immature guy as well. From her story, we need to hear both sides of the story. But one thing that you should
But he's 20. How old is he?
22 now.
Yeah. What do you expect? To him to act like he's 30?
But I'm saying so that's my point, right? So the I think she's turned off because he's also too young. He's women and guys, so the age, right? Women mature
Not true, by
faster
the way.
in
That's
certain
not
aspects.
in
On certain
certain aspect, yes, but not true in general.
not true in general. No, no. But on certain aspects they mature. And so especially in relationships, they want okay, so this is what I mean with mature. What they want in a man is way different than what a guy wants at a young age. Women really think about relationships and someone that can whatever. Guys just think one thing: sleeping around. Whether it's one person or not, that's like
No, it's not sleeping a lot. It's procreation.
well, that's if you take the evolutionary term, then yes. But
Yeah,
the okay, so I'll do the
testosterone.
I would
You
say
gotta
the man
understand
would
this. Let me break this down. At
okay
that
go
age,
ahead.
testosterone is very high.
Yeah,
Testosterone is what boosts you to says puts in the hormones that says procreate, procreate, procreate. It's not
yeah.
like you're talking like as if it's a choice. It's like I mean, biology is hard to say no to at that age. And
True.
when your testosterone goes down, automatically your procreation needs also go down. And that's about around the age of 40, I think, at 35, between 35 and 40 for certain people. So yeah, you gotta so it's not really just wanted to say like you're just trying to avoid the misconception that it's the guy's choice. No, it's just
It's in
nature
the body. Yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the body.
But what I'm saying is she's experiencing in a
You
certain way.
should date someone who's 35. That's all I'll say.
11 years, 11 years older.
Yes, because again, the it would match what she wants.
Yes, it would match, but only
Why is 11 so bad?
it's not so what I'm it's so this is a thing, right? What I'm seeing more and more is the match is great when it happens, but people change as well. So when they get older, and you might have a woman in her menopause like 40 something, where hormones are all over the place,
Oh, wait a sec. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
Continue.
dude is 60. or almost at 60. So that's what it's like when
Wait
you
up,
to get
get your Bluetooth on. Hey, Bluetooth. Hey, we need. Hey. Give us some
no
sponsorship here.
spot.
I'm get your Bluetooth on, boy.
Hey,
Pop, pop,
KR,
pop the Bluetooth.
I
I'm
think
sweating. Oh, popping Bluetooth. I'm sweating. Oh,
I'll say this, and then I think we can finish because we're a bit over time. You know, I mean, we have statistics, man,
which one?
of our channel. That's a very bad business model to seek to start affiliate marketing for the male demographic of 20 to 40 years who watch this show.
I'm talking about 60. You were talking about 60-year-olds, man. I'm talking
I
about.
was, but you're talking about affiliate links and sponsorships.
Okay, that's true. Don't use it when you're too young. We will put in the link. Use it when you're 60 plus.
Unless you're a wide receiver. Chad Johnson used to
No,
take
I'm not gonna even respond on that.
Chad Johnson, wide
I'm not
receiver as
even gonna
well.
respond
Hey,
on
let's
that.
continue, man. Let's move on.
You're wilding out here, boy. What the heck are you going?
I
What
was
the
talking
heck?
about Ocho Cinco, man. Ocho Cinco. He used to take it.
Yeah, I know about Ocho Cinco, but you should say unless you're unless you're
Yeah,
Ocho
you're right.
Cinco, not a
Yeah,
wide receiver.
you're right. You're right. That's wild.
Or you could have also said unless you're a tight end. Come on, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come
Let's
on, man.
continue.
Ah, man. But hey, I think they should just break up. It's obviously a mismatch, and let them go out there and have fun. And also, you too. You're at a young age, 24.
Yeah. I'm gonna just mention one comment. The top comment is from Anxious Telephone 2997 says, these aren't boundaries, these are punishments and childish ones at that. Your boyfriend has absolutely no problem manipulating and punishing you into giving him access to your body on his schedule and his alone. I understand frustration with mismatched libidos, but this is not how to deal with it. Facts. Withholding affection is cruel, ineffective, and quite honestly a big red flag. Facts as well. It's just a mismatch. And
Oh,
just a mismatch. It is what it is. Guys, let us know your thoughts and opinions, what you think. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. The second topic of the day is why UBI won't fix everything. For those who don't know, UBI stands for Universal Basic Income. And this is something that people have been talking about for a long time. But apparently, there have been also a lot of research done on it by none other than someone who's a very pro UBI person, Sam Altman. For those who don't know, Sam Altman is the founder of OpenAI, one of the biggest AI companies. And he funded one of these studies to see how UBI would work in the future. With, of course, the advancing of AI and the lightning speed of changes, jobs are at risk, of course. Sam Altman has been one of the person who championed the controversial idea of basic income. Could giving people a steady check of $1,000 a month solve the problem of widespread job loss? That is what this study was trying to find out. The answers are going to be revealed later in this segment. RJ,
Yes, UBI, Universal Basic Income. It's a bit scary that one of the guys, or at least the head of one of the leading, if not the leading AI companies in the world, and people are already afraid that AI and robots will take over jobs, is fighting for UBI. Before we proceed, guys, thanks for watching. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, as well as hitting the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. I think it's a bit suspect. I think when Sam Altman proposes this, people are already afraid of losing their jobs. 1 and 1 is 2, KR. But let's continue with the segment.
It's a bit inevitable, but let's go back to the start. We're breaking down the results of a 3-year experiment that may have changed everything we thought about this concept. For years, basic income has been a hot topic. People have been against it, for it. But this research, which was held by the Open Research Organization, launched a study to explore the impacts of giving $1,000 a month to low income Americans over the course of 3 years. The goal? Well, to see if the payments could help lift people out of poverty, improve their quality of life, and even promote better job opportunities. Between 2020 and 2023, 1,000 participants received $1,000 a month, while another 2,000 in similar circumstances received $50. The study aimed to measure the impact of this extra income on everything from employment to health and education and even entrepreneurship. So, what did this study find? Well, while the extra income certainly helped people meet their basic needs, like paying rent, buying groceries, covering transportation, it also fell short on several crucial areas. The payments didn't lead to a major change in employment quality or help participants secure better jobs. In short, the money was helpful, but it wasn't transformative. People spent most of their money on essential goods, which makes sense given the economic pressure of the day. But when it came to moving up the ladder, whether through better jobs or furthering education, the results were pretty underwhelming. The study showed virtually no significant improvement in employment or human capital investment, meaning people were not able to use the extra cash to go back to school or land higher paying jobs. You think it's a wake up call, RJ?
Nope. People be sleep. People don't care about these things, man. They're gonna vote. No one cares about the facts. They're emotional beings. So at the end of the day, they will still want the same thing. The result speaks for itself. But KR, we knew what the results would be. We know that the danger is that the UBI is a false sense of security. Because you know what the next discussion is going to be, right? 1,000 is not enough. It should be 2, it should be 3. What people don't, well, the people who are pro UBI uh, uh, don't think about. This is the same thing as minimum wages. If you increase the minimum wage, which means you increase the salary budget of the employer, what will happen? Prices will go up. And so at the end of the day, you wouldn't be able to purchase more than you would because you would get a bit more. But prices also got more expensive. And usually it's not one on one. Usually prices go up faster than wages. So, and $1,000 is crazy. It's crazy to think that this would be enough. What I think might happen, KaiR, it wouldn't surprise me because people are going to lose jobs. And at some point, there might, I mean, we don't know how the world will develop. We have to let it develop, skip. But hypothetically, if AI and robot can make jobs obsolete,
Obsolete.
obsolete. Thanks. What would happen to so obsolete that there wouldn't be enough jobs for people? You can choose to give them 1,000, or we might find ourselves with subsidied housing and food. So people would get food stamps, living stamps, and no money in their pockets. Because why would you need money? You'll be poor and happy. You will own nothing and be happy, KaiR. We know who said it.
Starting to connect the dots. You started to connect the dots.
You will own you. That's one of the plans. That's one of the statements, right? You will own nothing and be happy.
Sounds like pressure to me, but sounds like someone telling you to be happy.
It's just like in Rome. Well, if you ain't voting for happy, you ain't black. It's just like in Rome, man.
You remember a couple of shows ago I said happy is an emotion, not the end goal.
Yeah, I remember.
It's impossible.
Yet people make decision based on happiness.
Yep.
This makes me happy. This doesn't make me happy. KaiR, and usually we're a bit light on the topics on what we discuss.
That is
But
true.
don't get it twisted. You should be preparing yourself for. You should always be prepared. Let's start there. You should always be prepared. And if you're not prepared, prepare yourself.
If you're
Because
not prepared, you're not a man.
if you're not prepared, you're delusional as well. If you're not prepared nor preparing, you are delusional. Because there's a false sense of security. We've been living in peaceful times for a long period of time. But throughout the years, there have been more war times than peace times. And so we should be preparing ourselves. But still, people want they want to be happy and make dumb decisions because they want to be happy. And the thing is,
happiness.
when they make the decision for happiness, and that happiness flees away after 2 days, 1 day, sometimes an hour or less, what then?
They'll complain
They'll complain,
as usual.
and they'll complain because the world is against them. And so if you want universal basic income and you think that's going to save you, then good luck. Do you think if you think $1,000 is going to save you in California?
No, you're gonna be a homeless person for a very long time.
Yeah. But you will be able to buy Starbucks.
Yeah, once a week.
Something like that.
Once a week. Or you might have to dig into the trash can to find some
Something
leftovers.
like that. Yeah.
from the elite. Anyway, yeah. So I think one of the things that you need to think about, and this is, I do agree with you on the statement. You have to be prepared. You have to always keep your third eye open. And a lot of people that that are pro, and I'm not talking about Sam, because Sam, I do think Sam is a super intelligent guy. I like him. I like I like to see how intelligent people think, work. They won't show you their hand usually. But one thing you can one thing about the UBI pro people is that they always forget that with UBI will also come different rules and regulations. The person who pays is the person who puts out the rules. So, for example, if I'm giving you the money, you would have to open a certain bank account. Let's call it the credit account.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, it becomes a little bit Black Mirror-ish,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but it's already heading that way. It's you can see it in other countries. You can see it already in other countries. I'm not gonna name the country. You all know which country has a credit system.
Yeah.
Bunch of cameras. They follow you everywhere. So it seems like we are heading that way in the West as well. So keep that in mind when you're pro UBI. There are going to be rules you may not like, but because you're getting the money, you will have to swallow your pride and also abide by those rules. If not, you won't receive your monthly stipend,
Yeah.
and
Uh,
it will be done.
yeah. My last take on this is that, as you said, subsidies are always tied to conditions. And if you don't fulfill the conditions and they do pay you out, they will ask you the money back. If you're working, you get paid the hours you work. For example, you're getting subsidy for a child because the child is living at your house and they find out that no, the child isn't living. The child has been living there for a year. They're going to ask the money back. You would need to pay the government the money back. And so, can you imagine they're telling you, well, you can get it, but there's a clinic I need you to go to get something in your arms that may or may not have side effects.
Wax.
But if you don't, we don't care about the blood clot. We don't care about
The
that.
Making twerking in your veins.
We don't care about that. But you need to get it, or else you won't be entitled to. Then
There's
you're
also going to be the thing.
done for, and you would need to. Yeah. So for everything, there's something's got to give. Yeah. But hey, I have nothing more to add on this topic. I think we can close it, Kier.
Yes, one last thing I want to say.
Okay.
Just turn these results upside down, and you'll understand why there was a research on this topic. Have a nice day,
Very nice.
guys. If you turn it upside down, you know why they did the research. But okay.
Mm.
Anyway, do you think basic income could work as a solution for job displacement in the AI age? Or do you think this study shows it's not enough to solve the bigger challenges of and out of the AI age? Drop your comments in below what you think about UBI. Are you a proponent? Are you against it? Do you think more people should be for it or against it? Should people march against it? Let us know in the comments. There will always be a group of people that will who, who won't who want everything for free. Let's hope those are not the majority in the future. Let us know and we'll pick the best comment and feature it on our next video. RJ.
Yes, we will be highlighting the best comments in our next video. So if you have a hot take, let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, also like the video. But the subscribing and hitting the like icon is important because then you'll get more updates on different stories where we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. So, as we always say, thanks for watching, and let's keep the conversation going in the comments. With that being said, we can move to the short third segment.
Yes. The short thoughts. Yes, thank you, RJ. Short thoughts where we give our short response to commonplace situations and trending topics. Today we are going to look back. Sometimes we look back at a situation that happened a year ago. Some people have seen it, some haven't seen it. We're talking about the LifeWild officers who mistakenly deleted a pet boa thinking it was a python. Let's take a look at this situation. Fair use.
A snake scandal in Florida.
The boa down. What? The boa. The pregnant boa. No. No. Oh my God, that guy's gonna flip out.
According to the United States Association of Reptile Keepers, or USARK, this video shows officers with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission accidentally killing a pet boa constrictor that was pregnant with up to $100,000 worth of other snakes. And when the officers realized their alleged mistake, disbelief. One officer immediately raising his hands to his head and appearing to mouth, "We messed up." And 20 minutes later, at least one officer heard admitting to the error.
Is there a way to maybe save the babies?
Oh no, dude. This guy's gonna go bananas. Oh my God. Why?
It was a mistake.
The video was taken by snake breeder Chris Coffey, who USARK says legally owned reticulated and Burmese pythons until a ban in 2021.
I can't watch it. Those animals mean a lot to me. It's like watching someone kill my kids.
According to the agency, he was unable to rehome more than 30 of them, which after a lengthy court battle were killed by those FWC officers on April 6th.
My back was against the wall. There was nothing I can do.
Coffey told NBC Miami his snakes were being stored at a warehouse in West Palm Beach and claims he warned the officers not to kill the 10-year-old boa constrictor, which was legally owned.
A lot of people have them as pets, and they're just wonderful snakes. They're generally very friendly.
In a statement to NBC News about the incident, the FWC said, while complying with the facility's owner's request to euthanize the relinquished pythons, officers inadvertently euthanized a boa constrictor, which was not on the list of dozens of snakes relinquished. The FWC will examine if there are appropriate methods to avoid similar inadvertent events from occurring in the future. But USARK says the error is unacceptable.
They're not difficult to tell apart, and especially an officer empowered to kill animals should be able to identify them correctly before basically sentencing them to death.
Now that reptile owner without a pet he says he raised since she was a baby.
Fixed. You can't fix it. You just killed something that wasn't illegal.
Maya Eaglin, NBC News.
I have another one, by the way. But your first response, your reaction to this.
So they were there inspecting. Just want to make sure I got this. I got all the facts correct. They were tasked with
Euthanizing pythons.
euthanizing pythons, but certain types of pythons, certain.
No. This is a boa they killed.
So we're not talking about species. We're not talking about a different kind of. They killed a boa.
They killed they were there to euthanize a couple of pythons.
Yeah.
But instead of euthanizing the python, or at least a couple of pythons, between that, they euthanized a boa. They shouldn't have euthanized.
Okay.
Now I can go back as well to show you the difference. Let me go back. Let me scroll back a little bit. Where is the difference?
So to me, I wouldn't be able to tell them apart, I think.
Yes, but you don't work for the
I'm not,
W
yeah, exactly. So
Not-
exactly. So
FWC.
if you show me a couple of things, I wouldn't be able to, but you would assume that they would.
That they would, yes.
Yeah.
It's a very different skin type, as you can see. The coloring of the spots are very different.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But I have another angle of this. But do you have something else to say about this whole situation? Thank you.
No, it seems like
he-
seems like a mistake made by people who shouldn't have made a mistake. That's all I have to
Yeah.
say.
Here's another angle of this situation. Fair use.
The boa's dead.
The what?
The boa. The pregnant boa. We messed up.
No! Oh my God, that guy's gonna flip out. What is wrong with you guys? Who did it?
We're shaking just like you are.
Is there a way to maybe save the babies?
Can we save?
Oh no, dude. This guy's gonna go bananas. Oh my God. Why?
It was a mistake.
There's a mistake,
How? I reminded you 10 times!
Chris. We know.
Oh my God.
Hey,
No, you don't
It
understand what you
hey,
guys just
it
did.
can get fixed.
You can't
The
fix
state's gonna fix it.
it. You can't
Relax.
fix it. Well,
It,
just
it,
happened.
it can
Relax.
get fixed.
You can't fix it. You just killed something that wasn't illegal, and it had about $100,000 worth of fucking babies.
Hey, keep an eye on him. I can't tell you. I can't give legal.
Devastated.
I understand.
Hold on.
You're out of your fucking mind. It's a boa constrictor.
I want reimbursement for it. That's a
With the
15-year-old snake, man.
The boa's dead.
The what?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just they shouldn't have made that mistake.
Okay.
That's all I can say. I can say anything else.
Okay. Well, obviously a crazy mistake. I think if you're a professional, you should have known better. But this is the problem a lot of times. Your focus will be on the thing people say you don't have to do. So I'll give you an example.
Okay.
The other day, someone said to me, do a certain thing.
Mhm.
When I was doing that thing, I was thinking, don't do the other. I turned around and did the other instead of the thing they told me to do. So sometimes this is like the focus thing. Sometimes when you focus on something, on a point, that's the thing you'll do. That's how the brain works. So I think this
Yeah.
is a mental mistake by these government workers. But I hope the guy got his reimbursement. Maybe 100,000 plus some emotional damage. Make it 150. Anyway, let's go to the next one, which is a special one.
Mhm. Did you say a special one?
Yeah, it's a special one.
All right.
Let me change it. Woman calls out successful single man.
Woman calls out. Okay.
Yes. Single successful men that don't date women with kids is so sassy to me.
Of course.
Baby, how you a grown man but scared of some kids? How you allow some kids to let you miss out on a good woman? It's giving weak. RJ.
I see three kids.
Yeah, I don't know if it's if she's the one in the picture. Seems like it a little bit. They look like each other, but yeah.
Imagine, KR. Imagine an employee who robs his employer
Mhm.
and gets fired for that, that employer applying for a job at your company, you ask for his records,
Resume.
a resume, but also his records. You do a background check and find out that he stole from his previous employer.
He stole like what's the quarterback? Oh man, I forgot it.
Shannon said, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. You know already what I was referring to.
And that employee and the employer says, and you as the employer say, you know what? Unfortunately, what we have right here, we can't accept you as the new employee because we have to deal with money and you have a track record. And that employee turning around and saying it's giving weak.
It's giving untrustworthy.
Everyone, hey, it's giving no systems. Everyone,
No processes.
everyone, it's funny. Every time it's when it's like man having standards is the issue, right? So a woman will stand there and saying short kings in welcome here. They have this whole 666. I think
Yeah.
4 times 6, right?
6 feet tall, 6 figures, 6 inches.
Something else.
The other one? Oh, I don't know which the other one.
Or maybe it's 3, I don't know.
It's only
But
3.
they can stand here and look at you and say that and yo, KR, they will not give you a chance for the smallest thing. It's giving short king energy or short energy, so the small
Small.
oh yeah. So and they get triggered when you say something like that. Because you should accept them the way they are. And you should also tolerate when they tell you ain't good enough. And that's people in general.
Yeah.
It's people in general. So it can give sassy. Hey, it is what I mean. Hey, if it's sassy to you, it's sassy. Yeah. What can I say, KR? If that's and to be honest, if you're in Atlanta, you'd probably be right. But
Yeah.
shout out to the A, man. Shout out to the A. Yeah.
Hey man, sometimes you have to choose for yourself, man.
Trying to guilt trip me into being a
Straight into
stepfather.
being a stepdaddy, man. Stepdaddy season. Hey, no, not everyone wants to be a stepdad. With stepdad come also very interesting dynamics, right? In a relationship, because you're not dealing with only one person. You also have to deal with the father.
If he's alive. If he's alive, yeah.
If he's alive, if he's alive, you have to deal with him. Because even if he's not everyday present in the kid's life, he'll pop up at the sometimes, maybe not all the time during these kids' birthdays, but he will pop up sometimes and just say, I'm the dad. So those are the things, right? And the mom will always have, no matter how much you wouldn't like it, will always have a connection to that person.
Yeah. So yeah. And if you wanted, some people will say never do it. I don't say never do it. Some people say it's only negatives. I don't agree with that either. Every situation is different, but it is very challenging and wild to try to guilt trip someone into doing that. Because let's be honest, KR, if you were getting suitors as a single mom, you wouldn't have posted this message.
Well, she's getting suitors, but that specific person that she wanted to said no.
Yeah, because she's calling out men with money, single men with money, successful single men.
Yeah. That person that she wanted to had her eye on said, no, thank you. I'm not gonna raise.
Yeah,
I'm not
you
gonna
speak about your ex-husband,
reflect your
or
cheeks though.
you speak about your ex-husband or your baby daddy as a mistake that you made. Some people will risk it all for that. I'll just say that.
I'll
But
clap the cheeks though, but I won't be part of your daily life. You
so
just
this
come
is
in.
so the funny thing is they talk about their the father of their kids as a mistake. They will talk all kind of trash about him, then but still want you to make up for their mistake. So it's not fair to go out and say it, but it's not about fair or not. It's just like emotional
Life
manipulation.
isn't fair.
It's giving
Bro.
sassy.
Life isn't
Um,
fair. Let's
you
be honest.
wanna go out, and I have to say, I know people who are step parents who are great with the situation. I also know blended families, right? So both of them, both the partner had the kid, and then they got together. It's a very interesting dynamic in any case. But hey, don't try to chase someone in their taste. You have yours because you're clearly saying single successful man. Imagine, you know where I'm going with this, right? Imagine a broke, a broke, unsuccessful man posting on Instagram saying women who only want single successful men are weak. They're giving sassy or something to that extent. You would look at the dude like
As giving
crazy
masculine. That's what it's giving.
as masculinity.
It's giving
You
masculine.
would look at that dude as crazy.
I
Come
do
on, man.
think.
Let's be better. Hey, in 2025 is around the corner, guys. Let's try to let's finish 2024 strong. Let's try to be better people in 2024 and 2025 because we can't be talking crazy things like that, like this, man. Come on.
uh, I do think one thing you said, the mistake thing, right? She made 3 mistakes because she's not either she has 3 different baby daddies or there is a combination or one or between 1 and 3. Let's say that. And then so that means that you made the same mistake over and over and over again. You know what Einstein said about making the same mistakes over and over and over and over? Let me see if I can find it. This is what I oh give me a second. Give me a second. This is what Einstein had to say about making the
Crazy.
same mistake over and over and over. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, you could almost say if someone is making the same mistake and having different babies by different baby daddies, they are partially insane because they cannot make the right choice and they cannot learn from the previous mistakes. Anyway, I do agree with you on that. It's, I mean, at the end of the day, life is not fair. And I mean, if you think it's sassy, yeah, I guess you'll meet a lot of sassy men in the future. Can wipe away those kids. I can say what you could have done, but I'm not. Hey, let's wrap up this show, man. Let's wrap up this show.
Yo, guys, thanks for thanks for watching. If you're still watching, We really appreciate your support. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates when we drop new content. And as we always say, we highlight the best comments. So make sure to drop your hot take so you get a chance of being mentioned in a future show. It's been a pleasure, and until next time,
Peace.
Peace.